It's great to be joined here by the Prime Minister, as I mentioned, as well as my neighbouring candidate, Gabriel Ng, and Julian Hill and Minister Tony Burke. Gabe, do you want to say a few words?
Thank you. Well, good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. My name's Gabriel Ng. I'm the Labor candidate for Menzies. I'm really excited about this announcement because I know how many members of the Menzies community use community language schools. My daughter included. She should be off to community language school this morning. I know how important it is to maintaining that connection with culture, to be able to provide opportunities in the future, and also the opportunities that it brings to Australia to have young Australians learning languages that will let us better connect with our region. So I'll hand over to the Prime Minister now.
Thanks very much, and it's wonderful to be back in this great region of Melbourne, which is such a multicultural haven, where people have come from all over the world to make Australia their home, so as to benefit not just themselves but their children and grandchildren. And these young Australians next to me here, they're our bridge to our region. They are so important that we not only learn good English skills, but that we pass on the language of our region, whether it be Chinese, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, or whether it be, indeed, languages such as Italian and Greek and Arabic. These languages make an enormous difference. And our multiculturalism is a strength of our national economy, but also a strength of our society. I regard Australia as being a microcosm for the world, where overwhelmingly Australians live side by side with different backgrounds, different faiths, different origins, different cultures, and enrich our entire nation and lift us up. It also presents an enormous opportunity. We live in the fastest growing region of the world in human history. People learning languages and having those skills enables that economic interaction as well. There's a real tangible benefit for our jobs as well as, of course, for our cultural enrichment. And I want to give a shout out to many of the teachers and the people who run these community language schools. I know many of them in my own electorate in Sydney, but here in Melbourne, right around Australia. They're people who essentially are a lot of volunteers as well as paid staff who make sure that their cultures are passed on to the generations coming. The truth is that we need to invest in them, because investing in them is investing in our future. And my government will support some 90,000 students to learn and maintain 84 different languages, with a special focus on our neighbours in Asia. This support here is about our economic engagement, but also that social interaction as well. And the young students who we met this morning are really enjoying the experience as well, which is why it is so important, being able to engage with their parents and grandparents as well. One of the things that I've found in my local community, as a former Shadow Minister for Aged Care as well, and this is a bonus of it, a lot of communities will lose their second languages when they get older. So their children and grandchildren learning those languages as well enables them to be treated with dignity and respect and to engage. And the children and grandchildren of our migrants make an enormous difference for the lives of their parents and grandparents, and indeed great-grandparents in some cases, as they age. And that can enable them to age in place as well. So there's so many benefits of this, and that's why this $25 million program and boost is so important today. I'm going to hand to Julian Hill, and then we're happy to take some questions.
Thanks. Thanks, Prime Minister. I'm super excited to be here for this announcement. I grew up in Burwood, just up the road, and went to high school in Glen Waverley, right nearby. And as a proud lifelong Melburnian, the experience that Karina described for herself, that Gabrielle described for your kids, has been part of the Melbourne experience and now across Australia for a very long time. It's just part of growing up that you knew you couldn't play with your Greek friends on Saturdays because they'd be off at Greek school or Italian school, and these days it's dozens and dozens of languages. Mandarin here, in my part of the community as well, Punjabi, Gujarati, Urdu, Dari, and literally dozens of languages. It's part of the ecosystem of our country now, and of course English is our common language. You need good English to succeed in so many parts of society, but we are a proudly multilingual country. If you look across high schools, language teaching is under pressure. And for many languages that aren't very large, the only way you can actually get kids through, both for cultural fluency with their grandparents, but also to take them through to actual fluency for business and commerce, is to invest in community language schools. So I'm really proud of this policy. It continues a base level of support for all registered community language schools, as well as adding some incentive funds to support those schools to take kids through to fluency through year 11 and 12 in languages where frankly you just couldn't get a critical mass in the normal high school setting. So it's really important for the culture of our country, for multicultural policy, but also for our economic future. So thanks, Prime Minister, for being here.